Plains of salt stretching for miles, devoid of life. Soaring temperatures, remnants of a volcanic past. This is a landscape that conjures fear.
They name it place of hell.
But as nature threatens the life of the people who live here,
This climate change is killing the nomads.
could the landscape itself hold the key to their survival? This is Djibouti. This is Inside Africa. The people who live here, the Afar, are masters of adaptation. For centuries surviving in one of the hottest places on earth. Hamadou Elessi is one of them, a salt trader. He comes from the Afar tribe, a nomadic group who live in Ethiopia, Eritrea, and make up around a third of Djibouti's population. A lack of water makes life here for the Afar a constant struggle. A struggle to quench a never-ending thirst.
Life is very difficult here because we have no water. But this is my country, and this is where I live. I cannot go anywhere else.
Al-Essi lives an hour's drive north of the capital, where the view from his village is idyllic. An expanse of crystal clear waters amongst arid rocks. But this isn't paradise. Lake Assal is around 155 meters below sea level. It is the lowest point on the African continent and one of the saltiest lakes in the world. The water here is undrinkable, but it does have some uses. Positioned at the bottom of a volcanic crater, receding water has left an expanse of crystal white salt. Plains so thick, they are the economic lifeline for nomads.
I started working when I was 15. I inherited this profession from my father. I travelled sometimes to Ethiopia, and sometimes I dug the salt and sold it here in the village.
But times are changing, and the Afar now face an even greater trial. Djibouti is in the midst of a major climatic and geological event. One that Al-Essi is slowly understanding, thanks to a geologist named Abdurrahman Omar Haga. For over 30 years, Haga has been traveling around the country, working and studying the land, including the areas around Lake Assal. He has watched how over the past few years, Djibouti's biggest crisis has taken hold of the country.
This climate change is killing the nomads. And this is the problem of Djibouti, actually. So if you have no race, you have no grass, your goat they shall die. So this is a big problem.
Located on the Horn of Africa, the Republic of Djibouti, a former French colony, may be one of the driest countries in the world, and it is also one of the most volatile. It is the meeting point for 3 of the Earth's tectonic plates. This means that Djibouti is constantly in a state of movement.
The continents are pulling apart each other. We are now on a hot spot, and the magma 3 kilometers down.
At a rate of 2 centimeters per year, the land here is slowly being torn apart.
You see the fault This fault is bringing steams from underground.
Hager believes that this movement will one day create a new ocean, a seismic shift that could change the Afar homeland forever.
This area should be under the sea. Even now, if we have earthquake now, actually, Asal is down. This water is going there. The time, we don't know.
On his travels around the lake, Hager joins Al-Essi, discussing the challenges of drought and how the Afar livelihood, salt, could be washed away. After breakfast, Al-Essi heads to the shores of the lake. He joins his fellow nomads as the work under the grueling sun begins. The Afar nomads hack away at the sultry crust of Lake Asal as they did centuries ago, scooping up the salt, filling bags, loading the caravans. One bag of salt can fetch around $5. But with salt prices dropping, Al-Essi and his fellow nomads are seeking out a new trade.
I earn more money because the tourists come to the lake and buy souvenirs. In the past, we relied on taking the salt to Ethiopia, but now the tourists are another source of income.
Makeshift stalls of skulls and salt crystals offer novel gifts for tourists coming to witness the country's natural beauty. But for now, Al-Essi must continue his journey to sell the salt, profiting from Lake Asal's natural riches. It is this very landscape that is bringing with it a new future for the nomads, and Hager believes could also offer a surprising opportunity.
We shall see today some hot breeze, very hot. That means around 90 degrees.
Taking him deep into the Afar homeland, through deserts and lunar landscapes, to where water bubbles from underneath the earth.
It's possible to create electricity from this hot water.